Hello, guys, and welcome to the second episode of Seacrafters Interviews YouTubers. This is my podcast, and I'm here with my good friend, Captain Obvious.
What's going on, everybody?
Yeah, so would you prefer I call you Captain Obvious or 1Man1Game?
You just call me Cap. It's easier.
Cap, well, I would normally call you Cap, yeah, because I think 1Man1Game is your channel and not your actual name,
Right.
isn't it?
Yeah, correct,
Yeah,
yeah.
okay, I'm with you there. Okay, so, yeah, this is my podcast. If you didn't catch the first one, that was with our friend C3PO, and that was great. And then I've asked Cap if I could interview him next, and he was well up for it. So I've got some questions here for you. It's going to be nice and natural. I haven't showed you any of these questions yet, have I?
No, not at all.
Yeah, so he has no idea what he's in for, really. So I think we're just going to start with the very first question, which I think is the most obvious one for you, which is, how did you discover and get into Minecraft?
It was actually a friend had told me about it. I had heard about it, and I to be honest, I thought it was kind of a ridiculous sounding game.
Yeah,
I was like, you got to go mining and dig like that does not sound fun at all. And I was at a friend's house, and believe it or not, it was on the PC
right.
where we started playing, and I don't know, I couldn't get into the game. This is probably 2012, 13, like early 13 maybe.
Yeah,
And he like I couldn't really use. I'm horrible on the PC. So
right.
he started playing, and then he started crafting stuff, and then he went it became more than what it was.
Yeah,
So at first I was like, after a few hours I was like, okay. And then it came out on Xbox 360.
yes.
Got it, and that was it. I just fell in love with it.
Yeah, I think so, you're a console player, weren't you? Which means that I guess when it came out on the console, it was more relatable to you than the PC.
Correct. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I can feel that because I can't play Minecraft on the console. It's so weird for me.
Yeah. Well,
But
I
again,
think that's the thing that like a lot of people always have trouble with. It is two completely different feels to the game,
exactly,
and
yeah,
I think when you're playing for so long, it's weird to see something that you're not used to.
yeah. A lot of people have this debate about which version is the best. A lot of people say Minecraft, which originally on the PC was built for the PC, so it's better there. But at the same
Right.
time, I think that Minecraft is as good as you feel comfortable with it. So if you're a console player and you've always played console your life and you're on the
Mhm.
computers, Minecraft is going to be a better game for you on the console no matter what. So,
Correct. Yeah.
yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah. And there's other people who say it's better on the console than the PC. And I think we just need to all agree that Minecraft's a great game, and it's how you enjoy it. Okay.
Yeah. Correct. I
Yeah.
mean, and the only thing is, it's you have to go with what you want to do. If you're somebody who wants to modify the game and play with all these extra things,
Yeah.
obviously your best bet is going to be
The PC.
on a
Yeah.
PC. Not
Yeah.
not to say that you can't do it, but
It's a bit more
on
difficult.
yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah. That's right. Yeah, I would agree with it. Yeah.
Yeah,
So now I met you on Twitter first, and
correct.
you have a really good Twitter following. You're like the captain of our community on Twitter. I think that's a fair it's a fair thing to say. I'm sure everyone would agree with me. So, what got you into Twitter?
I actually signed up for Twitter when it first came out under
Right,
my real name. My real name is Sean, so I
right,
signed up for it like 2 days after it came out.
right, right.
And I was using it for normal stuff. I was connecting with family and stuff,
Mhm.
and um, then I actually got on Facebook for a little bit, and I was like, ugh, I can't do this. When I
Yeah,
went back to Twitter, I decided to just scrap that account, go
yeah,
with a brand new persona. And at the time, I had just given myself this whole Captain Obvious kind of thing because people say I'm a smartass. So
yeah,
that's that's kind of everybody always used to call me that anyway, Captain Obvious.
yeah,
So I just went with it,
yeah,
and I just like the way that you can meet so many people so easily. Like
yeah,
it's for me, it's a much easier platform than a Facebook, than a Instagram to meet people. It's real, it's quick. It's I just love it.
yeah. I think it is so much better than it's more purpose made for us
Oh,
than
absolutely, yeah,
Facebook. I
definitely.
think Facebook is for people you already know when you want to keep in contact with, whereas Twitter is great for meeting new people, I think, and
Right,
getting to know them.
right, yeah.
Um, so obviously, so Captain Obvious was your second Twitter account, and has
Right.
has it always been about Minecraft, or has it just always been your personal accounts before that?
It's, believe it or not, it's actually kind of been a hybrid for a really long time. Like when I
Yeah.
first started, it was Captain Obvious, but I was doing a lot of personal stuff too.
Yeah.
So it was kind of everything. Then for a while, I had changed it to my old my first YouTube channel, which was Totally Games,
Yes.
Totally Games 100 actually, and it was that for like a year,
Hmm.
and it was only Minecraft and only channel related stuff. There was no personal stuff. I wouldn't,
Right.
post like quotes of the day, none of that. And
I think that's
uh,
good. I think it's good to have those quotes of the day and make it a bit more personal, though. Otherwise, it's a bit robotic.
right, and that's
Yeah.
what I found. Like I found that it was just becoming, it was kind of boring. It was
Yeah.
like, so then when I changed it again, I got 1Man1Game channel,
Yeah.
and the rest is kind of history. And as you said, like I take it pretty seriously. Like I try to make sure everybody in my little community is always interacted with, or always having fun.
Yeah.
I'm not
Well,
I'm never too really never too serious really.
yeah. Well, no, it's. I think it's fair to say you view this as your career in a sense.
Correct,
Uh,
100%. Yep.
yeah, definitely. So you give everything 100%. Twitter's border. Twitter is like part of your channel, really, just as
Right,
much.
right.
Which I think is great because it's a new way not just to meet other people, but for other people to meet you and
Correct.
expand your
Yeah.
own channel, which is great.
Yeah.
I mean, I would say most of my viewers or subscribers are from Twitter. I don't know
Yeah.
whether you feel the same way.
I think the base of my channel, what started my channel, was a lot of you guys, was most of you guys on Twitter.
Yeah,
I mean, it's grown a lot recently, but
yeah. Well,
the
you're getting a lot of
majority.
natural growth now because of videos, so they're finally getting the attention they deserve, really.
Yeah, well, I mean, I also have 450 videos, so it's
Well,
I have a pretty big catalog
yeah,
of
yeah.
stuff at this point, so it's decent.
But
But
quality will always beat quantity, though.
100%, 100%.
Yeah,
What I mean is like if somebody is liking my videos now,
yeah.
they can actually start from the beginning. I have a long playlist for them to actually watch as the series progress. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, of course. Uh,
Yeah,
well, that kind of brings me into my third question, which is about
sure.
your main series on Minecraft, and it's
Right.
about you record obviously Minecraft. You have your long
Hmm.
single player series, so
Right.
it's always changes to me. Like sometimes it's like not tutorials, but like let's plays of you making stuff, and sometimes it is tutorials. So, what's your favorite Minecraft videos to produce and make?
I love tutorials. To be honest, like
Yeah.
I love to show people how to do something that they may not know how to do.
Right.
Um, so for me, that kind of feels natural. Like I actually have a ton of respect for people who do um, those the builds to music and stuff. I forget what they're called at the moment.
The time lapse kind of thing.
Montage. Yeah, exactly. Time lapses and montages and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's not my style, and I
Mm-hmm.
would always want to do that. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I love tutorials. Those are my
Yeah,
favorite.
I think that they're good for channels because they get a lot more views. Because I think every single Minecraft YouTuber has their own Let's Play, don't they?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's.
Absolutely.
But I think when you have tutorials though, it's reason for people to come to your channel because you can show them how to do something that they don't know how to do.
Right.
But
Well,
I think
the one thing is I've always tried to make it different because I don't think I'm the greatest builder. I don't think I'm the greatest redstoner, but I do think I'm pretty good at showing people how to do stuff.
yeah,
So I try to incorporate my silly building style and my funny way of doing redstone
yeah,
with my ability to teach people. So I feel like that's kind of what separates me from, the person who may do these epic builds on a large scale.
yeah. I think so it's mainly an entertainment channel more than anything. Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. I love that. I mean, I'm constantly laughing. I keep all my mistakes that I make in because I
yeah.
think it's
Well,
fun.
yeah. Well, it
To
also
show.
makes it more real as well. You know.
Absolutely,
Yeah,
yeah, definitely.
I think it's good. So your
Yep.
main series is the Bedrock Infiniverse, isn't it? And
Yes.
that's been going for ages, and you got how many episodes you on now? It's quite high.
Yeah, it's in the seven. I think it's 79. I just
Yeah,
finished recording.
yeah.
Yeah.
So that's
Yeah.
really long, and I like how I've noticed quite a few times you've brought things from Twitter into your single player series.
Absolutely. Yeah,
And
that's one of my favorite things to
the
do.
ones that stuck out the most for me was when you made the not so. I think the episode was actually called the Not So Grumpy Owl. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I know that got
Yeah.
quite a lot of views. I really enjoyed that. I love that kind of stuff where you kind of bring other people into your channel which I think is a
Yeah,
unique thing to
that
do.
was actually funny. That was something that Grumpy Owl Gaming on Twitter
Yeah.
and on YouTube. He I forget how it came about. I think I asked for challenges
Hmm.
and he had said to build his logo or something, and I
Yeah.
couldn't do it. I was horrible at it. So I was like,
He
you know
has a
what?
really weird logo.
Yeah, he does. So I was like, I'm just gonna build a grumpy looking owl.
Yeah.
And it just kind of, I don't know, it just kind of came up from there.
Yeah, I just think it's good because it gets other people involved. You know, people can say, "Oh, look, my thing's on his channel." I think it makes other people happy as well. Other people enjoy
Absolutely,
it.
yeah,
Yeah.
without a doubt.
No, but that's your single player series, which
Hmm.
I know you love single player and you like to do all that stuff. But have you ever spent any time on servers?
I have never played on a server in my entire life,
Yeah,
not ever once.
that's so weird for me because my since I played Minecraft, I've always been a server player. I've never
Right.
been a single player person. So to meet
Well,
someone
it's.
as good as you not playing servers is just insane to me.
I mean, to be honest, it's really hard to run a single player to run a series single player because you don't have anybody to feed off of. You know,
No,
like if I
exactly.
was in a world, I would play pranks constantly. Like
Yeah,
I
yeah,
have so many ideas for pranks, and it might actually get annoying for people, but I would be entertained.
yeah,
But when you're doing single player, you're basically talking to yourself. You're sitting there like, I got to be entertaining and build something really good on top of it. So it's hard. It's a
yeah,
really hard thing to do.
yeah. Well, I've always played. Well, for example, I've got the Diving Society, and I
Right.
think you talked to a few guys in there, and we do rely on each other. And if we can't be bothered to do an episode, we'll do a collab and just do a funny video. And whereas
Right.
with you, all of our episodes, you need to achieve something, do something, and you can't rely on anybody else. So
100%.
it's all you, which is I
Right.
think a lot of people don't appreciate how difficult that is.
Right. I think one of my favorite videos that you did was where you worked with Griff
And
and
Curly,
Curly,
yeah, the
and that was
prank video,
hilarious.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
we all enjoyed that.
So like I don't have those kinds of videos to fall back on, unfortunately.
Yeah,
So I, like you said, I always have to. It always has to be actual content,
yeah.
which gets a little hard.
Well, it means like you upload like almost daily.
Every single day. Yeah, I
Yeah,
haven't missed an
yeah. So you have
episode.
to constantly keep with ideas and content, and
Hmm.
like you must have like it must be really difficult, like to just think of something to do every single day.
I have I have this OneNote file that has like it's like over 450 ideas now.
Right.
Um, and I keep a little notepad with me, like when I'm out. I'm a nerd
Mhm.
like that.
Yeah.
I don't like to type it in my phone. I like to have the actual physical copy, and
Yeah.
I transfer it later on into my. So I could be out with my wife or something,
Hmm.
and my son, and I'll see a building that'll remind me of something, and I'll jot down a note, and I usually take a lot of those and turn those into ideas.
Well, that's a really good idea. I like that idea. I've never
Yeah.
actually done that before. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
I'm
I like.
always thinking about like the next video, no matter where I
Well,
am.
I think that goes to prove how seriously you take this as a career choice for
Right.
your YouTube. Yeah. A
Yeah.
lot of people, when they leave the house, they don't even think about YouTube. They just their mind somewhere else. Whereas obviously you stay in that state of mind all the time,
All the
which
time.
which is
Yeah.
great. So my next question was actually based on tutorials, but we've already covered that a bit about. So when you make the tutorials, I know
Hmm.
that you like. Well, you've just said you enjoy making them,
I do.
but
Yeah.
um, what's the best way to phrase this? If you were to make a tutorial, can you make one out of anything, or would you always make it something that you think, oh, I really want to share this, or would you do something like really simple, like a really simple build that most people could come up with, but you think, oh, I want to do a tutorial on this, or do you only save it for like the big stuff?
I generally always save it for the big stuff. My first channel, I had like 200 and some tutorials, but if you look, the first 50 to 70 were like, I mean, super basic. Some of them are like, here's how to build a randomizer.
Yeah,
Nowadays, I would never do something that simple. It
right.
has to be, it has to have to it and do, function really well, not just
Hmm.
be a device. It has to be like a big, not big, but it has to be an actual, like a farm, not just like a
Hmm.
mechanic in a farm.
Yes, I'm with you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that makes sense. Yeah. So, my next thing I want to talk about is the Jurassic World evolution, which I've got on your
Yeah,
channel.
sure.
Which I wrote this before you sent that tweet out the other day, because you're on about ending the series, aren't you?
I was, yeah, for like a day I was thinking about it,
Mhm.
and then Griff kind of smacked me in my head.
Yeah, I saw his
And
reply. Yeah, that's great.
yeah,
Yeah,
he was
so
DMing me too. I was like,
yeah,
I can't stop it.
so with the Jurassic World, what made you obviously you played the game before you started recording it, and did you think this game's amazing? I need to record this.
Yeah. I mean, I'm actually obsessed with dinosaurs. Like I absolutely anything about dinosaurs. So
Right.
when I saw that this game was coming out, I was just like, I have to do a series on it.
Yeah.
And when I started playing it, I thought that there was enough there to where I could, to allow me to have a longer series and still keep it entertaining. And the fact that pretty much in every episode something gets eaten by one of my mistakes is pretty
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah. I think what was it you that said that your Josh Pussy doesn't get as many views as your Minecraft series?
I think so. Yeah, I think I said that.
Yeah, because I think people on our Twitter community, they tend to watch our Minecraft videos and nothing else. Like
Right.
only your like really like good friends people watch your other videos, which I've always found quite interesting. Like I've got my house, for example, my Life Goes On series. I really enjoy it, but the views are terrible on it, and I was thinking it's quite hard to get views on a different game.
It is. Well, you know what it is? Minecraft is a very specific community. A lot of people who play the game
Yeah.
tend to not play a lot of other games, especially like the older crowd. You get a lot of older people who may not have ever really played games in their life, but for some reason, Minecraft is that, it's a relatable game and they'll play it. So to them, that's their gaming. That's what they do. So anything else, it's not that they're not going to support you. It's just that it's not interesting.
Yeah.
Which
to
is,
them. That's fair
totally
enough.
understandable.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whereas, like, if you were playing a game like Fortnite and then maybe you mixed in Call of Duty or Destiny, it's a very similar genre.
Yeah.
So you might be able to pull views from all of those because it's in the same kind of realm of games.
That's right. First person shooters. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's hard, but the other aspect is you can't only just play the games you like. You got to play the games that your fans like as well, because otherwise they are going to stop going to your channel. If you just,
of course they will. Yeah.
that was where my mind was when I made that tweet.
Yeah. I've always tried to find like a happy medium, like playing what I like and what other people like. But sometimes it's really difficult to play a game that other people want you to play, but you're like, oh, I can't be bothered. And
I mean, you always have to play a game you like. Like if I didn't like Minecraft, regardless of who wanted it, I wouldn't play it.
Yeah.
You always, so that's always a given. It's just
you
where
have
do
to
you cut it
enjoy
off?
Yeah.
Right.
Otherwise,
it's just where do you?
Yeah, of course, yeah. So I looked right back at the first videos you did, and they were like spotlight videos and not Minecraft. So what was all that about?
When I was first growing, I think when I first did when I hit my first 100 followers, that's when I wanted to really start giving back, because I had hit it faster than I did on my other two YouTube channels, and I was just excited. Like I felt as if this specific channel could go somewhere, and I wanted to give back. So I did it on Katie Minecraft, who was actually my first spotlight video. And it was just my way of taking someone that I watched that I enjoyed and showcasing it to my fans in hopes that they might go there and possibly subscribe and watch them as well.
Because you do have a big influence on these guys as well. Like we've both seen channels where they've had, like, let's say they're on 80 subscribers, and you'll go on Twitter and you'll do a video saying, go follow this person, go help them, go subscribe, and they'll reach like 100 subscribers like the next day.
Yeah, I mean, it's really good to be in a position to actually help other people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you kind of you said it earlier, and I was kind of laughing when you were saying it about being the captain of the community. Like I don't ever feel that way. I just feel like I am always willing to help anybody out any way I can. However people see me, that's cool. I take it as an honor. But I've noticed that where I've shouted people out and good things that happen, and that's great. That's the position I've always wanted to be in, is to help people.
Well, if we take for example, what's it called, Dom Retina and like Pixel Brew, like they're great channels, but since you've like opened them up and got people to them, they're sort of going much faster. Even after that, you doing it again, they've just kept going from that momentum that you got them in, which I think is great. You've given them that help really.
I think Pixel also got a shout out from F Whip. I believe that's his name.
Oh yeah, F-Whip, yeah, I know him, that guy, yeah.
So that I know that really propelled him. But
Mm-hmm.
and Dom was somebody I actually had followed for. I watched his videos for a while,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, he was at like I think it was under 100 subs
Mm-hmm.
or maybe like under 200, and I was like, this guy's
Mm-hmm.
he's gotta blow up. He's so good.
Well,
So I
that was
did
the
that.
first Spotlight video I saw of yours, and it was really good.
Oh, good. I'm glad. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he made it easy for me. He makes great
Yeah.
content. So
Yeah, I think that's it. They're not just your friends who you're supporting. They're also people whose content you actually enjoy yourself. It's not fake or anything. You
right.
watch
Well,
these guys.
to be honest, I didn't really know Dom. I mean, at all. I think I had commented on 2 of his videos.
Mm-hmm.
I did the spotlight. I communicated him with a little bit on Twitter,
Mm-hmm.
and then I kind of brought him in. And all of you guys are super welcoming to him, and he's just
Yeah,
he's taken off. But it's fantastic because he's amazing. He's really
yeah.
good at what he does. So I was happy.
I think that's all about our community as well. Like you're the captain of it. So like, we're all of us, you, me, Griff, Stonebeard, so many more. Obviously, Dom and Pixelboo there in it now. So many like C3PO,
Right.
Tim, Forgus, Gumpy Owl. We're all willing to accept anybody into our community as long as the
100%.
the good people, good content.
Right.
We're not
Yep.
we're not kind of closed off in any way whatsoever, which I think is great.
Right. No, you just gotta be interactive. That's it. That's all I ask. Is just be interactive with me, and
Yeah.
I will open every door possible that I can for you.
Yeah, I think a lot of like slightly bigger YouTubers are like you try and be interactive with them, you try and talk to them, and they kind of view themselves as better than you,
Right.
and they don't even give you the time of day, which is obviously completely different for you. You're willing to talk to anybody, even if they've
Right.
like next to no subs. You're like, okay, you do great content, you're a great guy, let's be mates.
Right. Well, I mean, to me, I could care less about what somebody's number is. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like, I'm going to try to support the smaller YouTubers first, obviously. But if somebody comes to me with 2 subscribers and I've seen their videos and they're great, I'm still going to talk to them the same
Yeah,
because
exactly.
I could care less. I had 2 subscribers at one point too.
Yeah, well, we all did. Yeah,
So, yeah. So it's for me, it's about growing a community. It's not about ego. You check that at the door. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I'm the first person to tell you I am not the greatest in anything. So for me to act like that would be a disservice to myself. I wouldn't be true to myself.
Yeah, that's a great attitude to have. Yeah, that's really good to
Yeah.
hear.
Well, thank you.
Well, talking about numbers as well, I guess this kind of has something to do with it. You recently got partnered on YouTube, didn't you?
Yeah. Oh man.
Like, that's a massive deal.
What a day. Yeah, dude. For me, I legitimately cried. I'm not even ashamed to admit it.
No, you shouldn't be. Yeah, that's basically saying it's officially your career now.
Right.
You've got like the partnership. Like you're officially. I guess you were already officially a YouTuber, but now it's like in the contract.
Absolutely.
It's great.
Well,
brilliant.
That's what it is. It kind of just validates you, and it's
that's the word I was looking for. It validates you as a YouTuber.
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely. That kind of since then that the drive that I've had has just gone through the roof.
Yeah.
It's like all I want to do now is just do this forever as long as I can.
So what was involved? Like obviously I'm guessing they got into contact with you, and
right.
And they said we want a partnership and everything. So what do you now have to do as part of that partnership?
Well, first of all, what happened when I first started the channel, and you guys, anybody who's not partner can do this right now. I think you have to go to the channel tab on the side,
Mm-hmm.
and you somewhere it says apply for partnership, and you just apply. Now they're not going to even look at it until you have the requirements, but you get it in early, and then as soon as you hit those requirements, it just auto submits to them, and they start looking at you immediately. And then they actually never sent me an email. Like I didn't get the email like Griff got. Yeah, I check it every day. I've never gotten it. It's not in my spam folder. I just was editing a video, and I saw a little green $sign, and I was like, "Wait, what?"
Yeah.
And then I went to the partnership thing, and I was like, "Oh my god, it says YouTube partner."
Oh, great.
So that was kind of cool. But you don't really have to do anything. Like you have access to a different page that other people don't have access to.
Yeah.
But other than that, it's pretty much business as usual.
Yeah. Well, it means that now you can monetize our videos.
Right. Yeah. You can monetize your video. Yeah, man. The 10 cents comes in handy.
Well, it just gives you like that little bit extra to work hard for, though. Like,
Right.
you might not make the money straight away, but but now you have that potential to do it. You know.
Well, and you know what? You just nailed it, because that's kind of what I've always stated. A lot of people have always taken what I said out of context. It was never about money. Like, I'm not doing this right now to, I would love it, but that's not what I meant. What I was meant is I want the opportunity to
Yeah.
make money. And now that I have that, I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm not sitting here trying to be a millionaire overnight.
No.
If that ever happened, great. But I just wanted to, be in the game. I just wanted to have the same opportunity that everybody else has. So
I mean, like, one good video, like the perfect video, the perfect tutorial that no one's thought of, can bring you at a crazy amount of views. And maybe not get
100%.
thousands, but maybe certainly a few hundred.
Right. Right.
I'm not
Absolutely.
sure how it works. Like, now you have that chance now for the perfect video to make a little bit of cash, which is great.
Right. Well, the funny thing about YouTube is the way you get paid a lot is when somebody clicks on your ad. It's not just letting it run.
Yeah.
Cloudtoast ran a test the other day for me, and he clicked on 2 videos, and those 2 videos alone have made more than I've made in the week now that I've been partnered.
Right.
And it's just because he clicked on it. So it's not just the running on it. So it's a lot of luck. You have to hope that somebody will click on it, and that's where the money comes from.
Yeah. Well, you never know. But now you do have that. Well, like, talking about numbers a bit now, quite a while ago you put a tweet out that was a lot of people took a lot of different ways about. People will say they don't care about numbers, and you said they do care about numbers. Everyone cares
100%.
about numbers.
Nobody's going to tell me otherwise. Absolutely.
Like, I was a bit on the fence. Then I thought about it, and I agree with most of it. The fact that I don't like it when people say I don't care about numbers, because I think no matter how much you say it, even a little bit, everyone feels good about reaching a certain point.
100%.
Yeah, like,
if you hit any milestone, even if you hit 50 and you're excited by it, that means you care about numbers.
Yeah.
Unless you know what I mean? Like, unless you don't ever feel anything from your number, then maybe there is a person out there that doesn't. But everybody I know, you put your video on Twitter, you put your video on social media, you get excited about it. That means you care. You want, there's nothing wrong with it. That's the problem. People
see something wrong with that, which I don't get as well. Yeah.
There's nothing wrong about wanting
there was a few people saying, "Oh, I don't do YouTube for the views. I just do it for fun." But you can do it for fun and enjoy the numbers.
100%. I do. Listen, first of all, I do it for fun. If I didn't find it fun, I absolutely would not. It's a lot of work, so I would not spend my time doing it.
Yeah.
But and I know there are some people out there who do it for mental health reasons, which I actually, until I was in this community, I never understood that aspect, and now I do. But you're still doing it for numbers. You're still getting excited because you're posting it, which means you want people to see it.
Yeah.
And then when you hit the marks, you're like, you give out like a happy tweet or whatever. That means you care, and that's good.
Yeah.
You should always care about.
It just means you're passionate about it. That's
100%. That is the perfect word. It's passion. That's all it is. It's not anything bad. It's just passionate.
Yeah. Yeah. I think a lot of people just try and elevate themselves sometimes about it. Just to put it nicely. Yeah.
Right. You're 100, because like you said, there's a stigma behind it where people are like, oh, this is bad. I've never shied away from that. I've always wanted to grow. That has always been my goal. And I love it.
That should be every YouTuber's goal should be to grow.
100%.
That's the whole point of YouTube, to share your videos.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because the whole thing that always made me laugh is when people say, I play for fun. I do too. But it's what's fun is playing the game, going through all of the editing, and that's not the most fun part.
No,
it is stressful. Fun. I enjoy it, the challenge, but it's if I was just playing the game for upload it.
Yeah. But exactly. You wouldn't upload it if you just pay for that's a good way to say it. Yeah. So I'm going to kind of turn things on a bit and talk about you being a father. Obviously, you'll find people knowing that. I never actually asked if okay, saying, do you have a son or a daughter?
I have a son. He's actually been in a bunch of my videos.
Okay, so that's great then. So you're okay talking about it.
Oh, 100%.
So what's it like being a father and a spouse and being a YouTuber?
It's difficult because First of all, let me just say that I have a different schedule than a lot of people where I'm very, very strict about when I record versus when I
Yes.
don't.
Yes.
And that's because, I also have a different situation with me being on disability.
Mhm.
I can be home all day, and then 3 o'clock comes, and it's all about my son. And then
Yeah.
nighttime comes, and it's all about spending time with my wife and my son.
Well,
You know,
I remember because we've been trying to record this for, but obviously, we have another video coming up. I'm not talking
right,
about that because I don't want to spoil anything.
right, right,
But
right.
you say you don't record after 3, and I actually really respect that. As a few people might have said, "Oh, dude, just record after this one time," and I think it's important that you don't break that rule.
No, it's
Um,
a rule that I because I don't know if you know this. I used to stream, and I used to stream
mhm.
a lot, eight
Yeah.
hours a day, 7 days a week,
Hmm.
and I did that at night while my wife and my kid were asleep,
Hmm.
and it was very disruptive because
Yeah.
I'm a pretty loud person.
Yeah.
Um, so when I'm doing YouTube, it was kind of an agreement I made with my wife.
Hmm.
When it's going out and working, I will do this during the day. At
Hmm.
nighttime, it's strictly, family. And then weekend, same thing. I
Yeah.
do not record on the weekends
Hmm.
unless I did one thing for Grumpy a few weeks. I forgot to record my voice for him.
Right.
So I broke that rule and I recorded it. But
Hmm.
other than that, I
Yeah.
just don't record. So
Yeah.
the question is, how is it? For me, it's fine because I put limits. Make that for one thing. For some reason, if I couldn't get to a video in the week, then I would just have a day where I didn't have a video come out.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's how strict I am. I
Yeah.
would rather not have a video than break that promise that I made.
Yeah. Well, it's great because it's kind of like a 9 to 5 for you, really, because you.
100%. Yep.
Yeah, obviously it's a 9 to 3, but still,
Right.
like that's like your work day is doing
It
YouTube,
is. Yeah.
and then it's
And
like any other job, you finish at a certain point and you don't do it for the rest of the night, then you go back to the next day and you start again.
right.
So
Well,
yeah,
that's I've always treated it as such. Like I'll get up and have my coffee put on the desk, and I'm recording or doing something for
hmm,
YouTube for the whole day, whether
yeah,
it's writing a script, researching, editing videos, whatever it is. It's like as you said, it's a job. It's an 8 to 3 for me.
yeah, yeah. Which it's great. I think oh, what's the way to say it? When you're doing it, you don't just like I'm just making assumptions here, but I'm sure you don't just like have a line every day and then just do a bit of record and then do nothing.
No,
Which was I think a lot of people have the stigma for people who are genuinely sick and have disabilities, and they say, oh, they
right,
don't do anything, they just do nothing all day. Whereas you do have this YouTube job, which is officially a job now because you're all partnerships.
right, absolutely, yeah,
Yeah, so it is great. So nobody can take that away from you. No
no,
one can
yeah,
say you're doing nothing
no.
because you are, which is
Right. Well, I
brilliant.
mean, but you still get that. Like, if you're going to talk about that for now, I'm glad you actually brought that up because
Yeah,
that's always something that's on my mind. Where like, even my family, like, even if I talk to them, they were always like, "Oh, you don't do anything." So I,
yeah,
I asked my brother what he does at work. He goes to his job and he sits at a desk all day. So
yeah.
how is that any different from what I do?
Exactly. You are the desk all day too. Yeah, it is a
Right,
job. I think a lot of
right,
people don't appreciate that.
right. So and then I do the whole stay-at-home dad thing once he gets home.
Hmm.
Like I'm doing a homework with him. I'm doing the cooking, the cleaning, the dishes, the laundry. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
I do all of that. So by 9 o'clock at night, like my day is full.
yeah. Of course it is.
It's
Yeah.
just as full as when I worked. When I worked in a real job where I was up all day walking
Hmm.
around. So
Yeah. Um. Yeah. It's even harder for you as well than a lot of other YouTubers because you do have this disability and your
right, well,
health. So obviously sometimes you're uncomfortable, sometimes you're feeling really ill, but you still manage to get
right,
videos out every day.
right. Well, the whole disability thing with me is that it's not so much like I don't have any physical limitations or anything like that.
Hmm.
It's more of I get sick at the drop of a hat. Like I'm sick
Hmm.
right now, as I told you before we started
Yeah.
recording. So if I'm around a lot of people,
Hmm.
I will come home inevitably with like something that'll keep me knocked out for like 3 or 4 days.
Yeah.
It's just the nature of what I have. So
Hmm.
for me, that's where they gave me the disability to stay at home and not be around people,
Yeah.
which is
Well,
good.
yeah. Well, I wish I had that to be honest, because I don't like people.
Yeah, no, many
Yeah.
people don't.
So, and I don't go too far on this because it's a bit personal, but how does your wife feel about you being YouTuber? Is she quite supportive or?
She never was before. Like uh, she
Mm,
didn't hate the money, but she hated when I streamed,
yeah.
and she hated YouTube up until this year.
Right.
Once this for some reason once this year started off and I kind of laid out my game plan how I was going to change the channel and
Hmm.
she's been super supportive. And when I got partner, she was like, "I'm so proud of you," and
Oh, that's great.
which from her, if you guys knew her, that means a lot to me.
Yeah,
She's a
that's
hard
great.
person to please.
Do you think
So
she'll
yeah,
watch this podcast or listen to it
no,
later?
not at all. No,
No.
she could care less. She's a Facebook person. Like she doesn't do anything with YouTube or Twitter. She's just all about Facebook.
So does she not even like watch any of your videos or anything?
Never. She's never seen one video.
That's
Never
funny.
once.
I kind of like it as well, because obviously, I mean, not that it is embarrassing, obviously, because we're content creators when people see it, but I think when it's someone you know, it is like a little bit embarrassing, isn't it? When someone
Yeah,
watches
absolutely.
it. Yeah,
Well, you know what she did do one time? When I was streaming, she was down at her parents' house in New Jersey.
yeah,
She with my son, she made a Twitch name called Cap's Wife, popped into my stream, and I have like a flirtatious personality when I'm live and I'm, and there's girls in the chat.
yeah,
And I was like, obviously it's just joking. I mean,
yeah,
who knows it could be a fat guy sitting in his chair at home. You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah,
So but I play up to it. That's how you get views on Twitch. You
yeah.
play up to it. And I did. I was playing up, and she was there, and she was not too happy with some of the stuff that I was saying. So I had to end stream early that day.
That's great.
Yeah. So
Oh, yeah. Well, that's great then. So it sounds like you've got a good system going for your YouTube.
absolutely, yeah.
Which
Definitely.
I think if you're taking it seriously, you need to have a schedule and a system. You don't just do it willy nilly. Otherwise, you'll not get viewers that way. You'll not keep them.
Right.
Which,
Well,
which is great.
I think consistency has always been the key to what I've been able to accomplish. Is
Yeah.
because if let's say you obviously have a regular job and
Hmm.
a lot of other people have full-time jobs. If you just squeeze in a video when you can,
Hmm.
even if it could end up being a really good video, but what if you actually did it on a day when you had time?
Hmm.
How much better could it have been? Like I
Exactly.
always feel like I leave nothing on the table.
Hmm.
But how many people can honestly say that? How many people can say that, I didn't give it I gave it 100. I don't think a lot of people can, because I know a lot of people have to just fit it in.
Yeah.
And when you're working towards a clock, I think personally you're doing yourself
Mhm.
a
Yeah.
disservice. So getting that schedule is really important,
Yeah.
my
Yeah.
opinion.
Yeah, of course, but well, like you just said, a lot of us have like other jobs on YouTube, and it is quite
Right.
difficult just to squeeze it in.
100%. Yeah.
Yeah,
100%.
I think. Well, like, take for example, Cooney Malley. I was actually with him today because we're both self-employed, and
Right.
while we do it full time, there will be times where we get days off here and days off there. We haven't been able to book any work in because we have to find our jobs, book them,
Right.
then do them. We don't have
Right.
other companies doing that kind of work. So every so often, myself, I find myself I have a few days off. So that means I can make better videos than the
Right.
videos that I can make on night time when I'm tired from work. And you have to squeeze it in. And yeah, I completely agree with what you're saying. When you're not at work and you have the day to do it properly, your videos are better quality.
Right. And it may not even be in terms of the visuals. Like even if, probably build it whether you have schedule or not. But I'm talking about the commentary. I'm
Hmm.
talking about being on point with everything. Like
Hmm.
I feel like you're doing yourself a disservice if you're just rushing.
Yeah,
Because as you know, videos are not all about, and Minecraft videos are not just about building. Otherwise, I wouldn't be where I am or where I'm going right now, because there's a lot of better builders in our
yeah.
community.
And there's
But it's
always going to be a better builder out there, no matter what.
right. So it's not about Minecraft is not just about the best redstone, the best
Hmm.
building. It's about your whole persona.
Hmm.
Do you connect with your fans? Are you
Yeah,
funny? Is your timing good, or are you just monotonous like that? You know what I mean? Like
yeah. You have to be
something. And I
entertaining.
think right. And I think when you're tired, I think it's a little bit harder to let that come out of you.
Yeah,
You know?
100%. Yeah, I
Right.
agree.
Yeah. So
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, you make some good points there. So now you're saying about YouTube where it's going. Now, where do you see yourself in that? Well, like an interview question. Like I said, this was a
mhm.
job. Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
To be honest, subscribers. In all seriousness,
How many, sorry?
over 100,000.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah. I mean, 5 years is a long
And
time.
it is, but
Yeah,
the other thing is you have to have that kind of mentality. So
yeah. Aim big.
100%. Yeah, that's the only way to do it. You know,
Yeah,
no matter if you have one subscriber right now, in 5 years, you should always say, I want to have 100,000, I want to have 1 million subscribers and
yeah,
really believe it.
yeah.
You know?
Work towards that goal. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Because if you just say it and there's nothing behind, I want to have that conviction. And I
Yeah.
really do. I really believe that it's going to be.
Well, that's a great attitude to have.
Thank you.
So like for that to happen, obviously, like what's well, you say you have a list of all your ideas for your single player series. Like, do you have any other series that you're thinking of coming to, like an exclusive podcast reveal? Any secret series or things or idea or just ideas you're having that might come
I
onto your
have
channel?
something that I alluded to on Twitter the other day.
Hmm.
It's going to take quite a long time to come to fruition. It's going to take a lot of money on my part
Hmm.
as well. But if I can do it, it's going to be good for all of us in our community if I can actually get it off the ground.
Okay,
Uh,
I'm intrigued now.
but I can't. I really don't want to. I really can't. Just in
No,
case for some reason I can't get the funds
yeah, yeah.
together. I don't want to. I don't want to spoil it.
Well, I think that's still a good thing, guys. Listening, something big's coming. Okay, keep your eyes peeled and look for clues. Okay.
Well, and then the other thing you said in series, like I wanted. Obviously, I also said this the other day. I had a podcast series on my channel for
Yes, yes.
first
I didn't
the
realize
first half of
it
the year.
wasn't even long ago. It was like a month ago. The last one.
Well, yeah, that was the last one I did. I actually ended up just adding it to that playlist, but it was just really just a rant video. But
Hmm.
um,
Yeah, yeah,
that's kind of what they all ended up being because nobody wanted, or I shouldn't say nobody wanted. I couldn't get the time. I didn't have the time lined up with other people
hmm
to do podcasts with. So I had all of these really cool ideas,
hmm
and then rather than being able to talk to them with somebody else, it was just me ranting in the videos.
yeah,
So, and I did that for 6 months. I really enjoyed it.
yeah,
That's actually what I always wanted to do,
yeah. Right.
rather than Minecraft. That wasn't the dream. The dream was like I wanted to be a podcaster
Hmm.
and have gameplay in the background, and that was my actual dream.
Hmm. I mean,
So,
that's a good dream. A lot of people channels like the H3 podcast.
mhm,
That I love. Those are really good. I enjoy those.
right,
Um,
absolutely.
yeah, I quite
But
like
it
them.
it takes besides the fact that you have to be entertaining, you also have to find the right person.
Hmm.
You want to make sure you have that rapport with them, and you can't just have a yes man. Like you
No,
need to have somebody who is willing to take the other side, just to
yeah,
kind of, give different perspectives on things. So,
make a
um,
real really.
right, absolutely. And so I was actually happy when you asked me that question earlier, and you said you didn't disagree. You didn't agree with everything I said. That was awesome to me because
Yeah,
I would
but
hate for everybody to always agree with me.
I think that's one of the things I love about Twitter is everyone has their own opinions on it. Some people go to a little extreme,
Right.
to say it bluntly, but you can have a genuine conversation where two people don't agree. Nothing, but no, there's no bad feelings. Everyone's still friends with each other, and they just have different opinions, and it's great, and no feelings are hurt, and it's just a
Oh,
really
right.
nice community to be in.
Yeah,
But
yeah. I mean,
you can have different ideas.
I never get my feelings hurt. I speak up a lot. You know that,
Yeah,
and I get a lot said to me.
yeah.
But at the end of the day, like, there's never any hard feelings.
No, because it is just opinions. You're never going to agree with someone in
100%.
everything.
It's always opinion. Pretty much everything I say is an opinion.
Yeah.
So
Well, you
unless
say that about Twitter as well. You say about I was 80% of the tweets should be organic tweets,
right.
which
Hmm.
I liked because we kind of talked about this at the beginning where you said like on your old Twitter it was just all about your YouTube and it wasn't personal. And
Right.
I follow you. But I follow you for your personal tweets because you say and do a lot of things that I find quite funny and I can relate to them. And
I'm
yeah,
glad.
it's great to have a personal Twitter on this. It's more on the side, and here's my YouTube as well if you're interested.
Right.
I think it's
Well,
great.
I actually had forgotten to post videos for like a week, about a few weeks ago.
Yeah,
I was like, oh my God, I forgot that I also have
yeah,
a channel that I need to
yeah,
promote. Um, that's how into it I was with just, kind of being a person. I was trying to be me. I wasn't trying to be, I wasn't trying to just be my channel.
no,
So, but I feel like you need to have that many organic tweets just to show people that you're not a robot, that
yeah,
you're not somebody who is just about watch me and then I'm just going to get off Twitter.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
you got to
Someone
be
who
like,
you got to communicate with other people. You got to be part of the community. You got to just post
absolutely
videos and like expect people to go watch them all the time and not
right.
interact with anyone.
I mean, if I lost my channel, you would still see me on Twitter.
Of
That wouldn't go
course.
anywhere.
No, I
You
don't
know,
think. I mean, I would say the majority of the people that follow you on Twitter don't follow you for a channel. They follow you for your Twitter. No.
right? 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. I think it's great because it gives. I think it gives another avenue of where to find your YouTube as well.
right.
People will follow you for your Twitter and say, "Oh, this guy's a channel. I'll check it out." And then you get another subscriber, another viewer, another commenter, another
Right.
fan, which grows you that a bit further as well. So it's just really good to have a good,
Well,
good
I
following on
think I
Twitter.
think that, I think the best way to say it is you don't want to promote your channel. You want to promote yourself.
Yeah,
You want to promote
exactly.
who you are because
Yeah,
if people like you, at some point they may show you some support.
yeah,
You know, it may not, which is fine, but
yeah,
who knows?
yeah.
But I would rather them follow me for me than just follow me for the occasional Minecraft post that I might make.
Yeah, yeah. I would say in our little community, it's actually not very often we talk about Minecraft, and it's more
No,
just
yeah, no,
our day to day lives and interactions, and we all comment and make
absolutely,
jokes.
and that's what I love about it. It's
Yeah,
so much better to me to have it like that.
yeah, yeah. Which is great. I think I think there's a lot of streamers now. Like let's take Stonebeard for example. Great guy. We
Mhm.
all love Stonebeard. His class.
Absolutely,
Yeah, and I would say the vast majority of his tweets like are just really funny. Like there
he's
was
hilarious.
that whole unicorn fantasy thing. Which
Stonebeard is hilarious. He's one of
yeah.
my favorite people. He's so
If you don't know Stonebeard is, check him out straight away. He's a streamer and
seriously.
yeah, he's awesome. Really funny guy.
He did a
He's
unicorn stream last night.
yeah,
Oh my god, that was so good.
it was so
It
good.
was so good.
I wasn't actually able to watch because I was at work. It was like this. It was like really early morning for me. So I got it from
Right.
work, and but I'm gonna go watch it after. But yeah, I can't
You
wait to see
should.
that.
It's really good.
I
It's so
love
entertaining.
that how a lot so many adults are in our the vast majority of our Twitter group is adults, like grown people,
Yeah,
which is great.
absolutely. Which is weird because the first time around when I was doing streaming, most of the people who follow me were actually kids.
Yeah.
And I didn't even play that much Minecraft back then. I was
Huh.
doing like all kinds of stuff, Destiny and Life is Strange and all kinds of other
Yeah.
games. So it's weird that I'm playing the quote unquote kid game now,
Yeah.
and yet we have more adults. It just kind of shows you, how wrong that whole stigma is about the game.
Yeah, was the other day. I think I put a tweet saying everyone's married but me, and it's true.
Yeah.
Almost everyone on Twitter has a spouse, and I'm like the young one on the Twitter. I'm like the
Well,
kid.
I mean, if it makes you feel better, when I was your age, I wasn't, man.
No, no, I don't mean that. I just mean like almost on all the servers I go on, most of the communities I've been part of, I've always been the older one,
Right.
and now on this, I'm like the kid, which I find
Yeah,
really
pretty
funny.
much. I think you are the youngest one in the community. That I know.
Yeah, which I mean, I
Well,
don't
I mean,
mind.
actually, for me, it's Buttergirl. Buttergirl and Fade to Black are two younger than you. But other than that,
Right.
I don't think you're anybody's younger.
Yeah, which I kind of like because I think I get a lot more mature. Well, maybe not mature because we're all kind of still like act like kids, but then
Yeah, if you're gonna say mature, then don't
Yeah.
go look at my Twitter today.
yeah. I was thinking of like C3PO and D4 and those conversations they have, and
Yeah.
yeah,
Hey, by the way, following C3PO is extremely hard. She did such an amazing job. It's like
yeah,
the most difficult person to follow. You start out with this amazing high, and then you have me.
yeah,
You're fine.
yeah. I mean, I think a lot of people. Well, I made the joke to Griff because I think Griff rips me more than anybody, and I was like, I'm doing an interview with Captain Obvious, owned because he got partnered, and just
Yeah, I
to make a
remember.
joke, just to make a joke out of it. Obviously,
Wait,
that's not reason.
Griff rips you more than me. Then I have to step my game up. I'm sorry, I've let you down.
Everywhere I go, I always play the victim card. That's like my role in life is to play the victim.
But you're good at it, though. You don't
Yeah.
take it to heart, which is great.
I'm quite thick-skinned, so I find it funny.
Personally, I think if you would have taken it to heart, I don't continued
No,
doing
I think
it.
a lot of people can't take jokes,
Yeah.
and I never want to be one of those people.
Yeah, no, absolutely not.
Yeah, yeah. I
good
think
point.
it's just good. I think if you can make fun of someone and then enjoy it, you have a good friendship going on.
Right. Oh,
I-
100%.
I-
Dude, first of all, I make fun of myself more than I make fun
Yeah.
of anybody else. So if I'm gonna hurt myself,
yeah.
I'm definitely gonna hurt somebody else.
Everyone needs to make fun of themselves every once in a while. Then they bring themselves back down to planet Earth.
Oh my god, so much, yeah.
Yeah, if you take yourself too seriously, you're gonna lose the respect of other people. Always gonna happen.
For sure.
No,
for
no,
sure.
no one wants to be friends with that guy who thinks he's amazing.
No,
Yeah.
not at all.
So,
Griff, we're talking to you.
yeah, Griff. I made the joke about you being important. Griff was like, I'm important too. And I was like, yeah, but you're not interesting. And I just found that quite funny. Like, you couldn't say that to anyone else.
No, not
Like,
at all.
in general.
He's a good sport too.
My very last question I have on this list, which we've always covered, is your ambitions. And we've already kind of talked about it. We see yourself in 5 years. But do you see yourself being a YouTuber for the rest of your life?
Not really. I mean, I've kind of going along with the whole podcast thing. I've always just wanted to do something where I had a group of people around me, live preferably, but this is cool too. But I feel like live, you can feed off of people's reactions.
Kind of like a radio host.
Yeah, kind of. I mean, podcasting was always something I wanted. I always wanted to do something in gaming, either gaming or movies. Talk about gaming, talk about movies, because I play a ton of games. Like I have so many more games that I play outside of Minecraft. It'll blow people's minds. And movies, like I pretty much watch a new movie every day. Me and my son will just rent and watch random movies. So like these are things that I love and I'm passionate about. Yeah. So I would love to just be in a group where we could just talk about stuff, joke with each other. That's where I would love to be in the future.
Well, I'm sure that it'll happen 100%. Especially the way your channel's growing at the minute, you're just going really fast. I think once you get to a certain point in your channel where you got the momentum, it just keeps going now. You're just going to keep going, 100%. Growing.
Well, you know what's really cool, and this is something, it could come off sounding braggart. I don't really care. It's something I'm really proud of. But I go on to like random Reddit threads. Just when I was looking for the ideas for like the 10 things about Minecraft, whatever, I'll go on Reddit and I'll see people talking about me in there with like, they'll have Mumbo, they'll have me, they'll have Skippy6, who I dislike very much.
Yeah.
They'll have people that I've always watched, and then they have me, and I'm like, wow, just to be mentioned in this group by strangers that I've never met or never spoken to, that's awesome.
It's flattering.
That it is 100%. It's the motivation is like through the roof at that point.
Yeah, well, that's it just makes you feel happy as well, doesn't it?
Right. Yeah.
It makes you feel like you're accomplishing something.
So
we're coming close to the end of the podcast. I don't even check the times on these things. I just let them finish naturally when they finish. So at the end of C3PO's podcast, or my podcast, but with her, I kind of said to her, "Is there anything you want to say to the viewers? Any like mentions?" Like with her, I said about being a parent, about other parents watching. Minecraft safe, Twitter. And nothing's safe unless you treat it safely. So is any points or anything you would like to make as we're drawing close to the end of the podcast?
Not really. I mean, I pretty much get everything I have to say on Twitter, but the only thing I have to say is if people out there who want to, succeed on pretty much in anything, it's not even just YouTube, you got to treat it with a sense of urgency, but you also got to treat it with the love and respect that you would give to anything else. Like even if you're having fun, you still have to take it seriously. You know what I mean? You have to treat it as something that is this organic thing, meaning that whatever you put into it is whatever you have to.
You reap what you sow.
Kind of talking in circles. Yeah, I just didn't want to be so generic, but yeah, basically. And the other thing is you want to make sure, excuse me, that you get yourself a group of friends that are really your friends.
Yeah.
We have so many people in our community that I know don't watch stuff, and I haven't watched their stuff in a while, not because I don't want to, just time. But we're still talking. It's not about what can you do for me, what can I do for you. It should be about friendship and just helping each other. And that's pretty much, I mean, you could walk it alone. It's just gonna be a lonely and very slow journey for you.
Yeah. Well,
so
Griff has this joke with me, and it's true, because I really, really struggle to watch other people's videos. Like, obviously I watch yours and I watch everyone else's, but it's very rare I'll just sit down and watch loads of videos, because my time schedule does not allow me to do that. It's impossible.
Right, it's hard. Absolutely.
And Griff says to me, like, we support our friends and you don't. And obviously it's all a big joke. But it is great on Twitter, where we have, our mates, our friends who we don't follow each other. Like you just said, we're not getting anything out of it. We're doing it purely
No.
because we're friends, and it's genuine friendship, which is
Right.
a really nice thing to
100%.
have.
I mean, and the funny thing is, like, I think that if you want to just take my, because I can only talk about my channel, obviously,
Mhm.
but if you want to take my Twitter as an example, like, I obviously am now, I think, in our little community, I think I just surpassed Griff. I think I have the most subs.
Mhm.
I obviously am not getting anything out of helping anybody else out. And yet
No.
you see me on a daily basis. Matter of fact, the day that I got promoted, I think I put out 3 promotion tweets for 3 other people.
Yeah.
It should just show you the proper way to do it. You should always be about helping. It should never be, I get to this point and I'm going to drop everybody.
No.
That's should never be the way, because it's not about YouTube at that point. It's about friends. Like, you guys are my friends. I don't consider you just people who I stomped on, to get up to the top.
No.
That's not how it is. So, that's what I leave you guys with. Just make sure you always remember where the heck you came from.
Yeah. That's a great
Super important.
thing. So many big YouTubers do not thank and appreciate their fans who have been there since day one.
100%.
Yeah.
So annoying.
So you know what? That's going to be a good place to end it, on a good, positive mental health note.
There you go.
So thank you everyone so much for listening. Captain Obvious, 1Man1Game, the myth, the legend. His channel will be in the description, because I forgot to do that on the last episode with C3PO. Though it isn't now. His Twitter and his YouTube will be in the description below. Go check them out. Even if you're not into YouTube as much, but you like Twitter, go follow him on Twitter. Great tweets, very interactive. Come join our community. We're not closed off. Come join our Twitter, our YouTube community. You'll have a good time. I guarantee it. So thank you very much for coming and joining me.
Thank you so much, man, for having me. This has been great.
That's great. And I'm going to kind of announce the next podcast while I'm here. I have 2 people on the next. No, actually, 3 people. 4 people on the list now. I keep forgetting. People have been asking. People have actually been coming to me asking to be on the podcast. So I have Grumpy Owl coming up next. I think he's next. I got Sunfire SG. I got a few people who I don't know if they want me to announce it. I'll announce one more, and that is my friend Canna Crew, who's not on Twitter. So you guys wonder who he is. I'm trying to get him into Twitter, but he refuses to go on. And he's just started a brand new channel. So I'm going to be doing a podcast with him to help him promote that. But thank you very much for watching. And bye, I guess. I'll see you in the next podcast or the next video. And
Bye.
Bye, guys. Bye.
Bye.